welcome back. Yeah, came a bit out of the blue, didn't it? I don't know if I'm going to make this a regular thing, but I've been looking forward to this for a while and wanted to play it, so I'm going to. Should already be uploading by now, but I don't know if you can tell from my voice, I'm not doing very well. I'm also way out of practice at this sort of thing, so yeah. But here we are. I haven't actually played it yet, I just loaded it up long enough to test that it was actually working. No, I don't want on story, I want it on hard. Yeah, and I want that on Lost in the Fog, the hardest setting. And I will go with... Can you change this at any time? That's something I'm not sure about. For now, I'm going to go with the standard costume. If I can change it later, which you usually can with Silent Hill games. Yeah, I'm playing it in Japanese, by the way. It's set in Japan, so... Japan. I usually prefer not to have subtitles. We're getting screen tearing in the cinematics. Okay, locked at 30 as well, apparently. Ugh. But yeah. She didn't say Junko, she said mother. I know that Japanese word. I was going to say something then, I can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, I usually prefer to play without subtitles, but this game's set in Japan, so it should be Japanese, you know? I'd rather not go with the dub. So I'm going to play it in Japanese, and since I don't speak Japanese, I'm going to have to play it with subtitles. Oh no, how terrible. I do get the feeling though that this was called Silent Hill Fur because it's a lowercase, by the way. It's not an F, it's a lowercase, so it's a fur. I know it's Silent Hill F, but whatever. But yeah, I get the feeling that maybe this was originally intended to not be a Silent Hill game and they changed it to Silent Hill for the brand recognition, perhaps? I don't know. See? Lowercase fur. But that's my thinking anyway. Is that maybe it was originally intended as something else, but because of the success of the Silent Hill 2 remake, which I'll probably get someday, it was changed. I do like a lot of Japanese architecture, it's really nice. Not sure exactly how well this is going to run on my system, as my GPU is pretty good, but my processor is holding it back quite significantly. I'm looking at investing in a new one soon, especially since my wife's GPU recently died, which is unfortunate. I had a spare, thankfully, which is really old, but is good enough to run Star Wars Galaxy's Restoration, which I've been playing a lot of lately. But yeah, we're going to pick up a new GPU for that. We were going to do it next week, but I just bought my youngest her own little laptop. It was a fairly cheap one, not particularly good, but again it'll be enough to run Star Wars Galaxy's Restoration. So we can get some more citizens from our city. But since we need a new GPU for it as well, what I'm thinking is we can get a fairly decent one. It doesn't have to be top of the line, but around £200 worth of GPU. Then further down the line, get a get myself a new CPU, which I want to do. I'm going to get at least a 5800 Ryzen 7, maybe even something more so than that. Then get a new mofo and RAM for her computer, and then she can have my old CPU. Anyway, me, Shimizu Hinako. Wouldn't he be Hanako Shimizu? No, Hinako is her given name, isn't it? So it's the right way around for a change. Good. Me. There's not a single extraordinary thing about me except maybe being tall for a girl my age. Why? How tall is she? I used to be in the track and field club, which is probably why I'm better at sports than most girls. So she might be like unusually tall for a Japanese person then, because tall for a Japanese girl of her age, she's what, 15? Would be like 5'1", which is still tiny. Anyway, I guess I got used to running around a lot when I was a kid, since I preferred playing with the boys. I will admit I can be quite stubborn at times. I don't like accepting things that other people decide for me, even if it's the right thing to do. More than once I've rebelled and made the wrong decision, only to regret it later. Mumsoy. Yeah, Shimizu Kimi. My mother. If I had to choose one word to describe her, it would be pitiful. She's the one who bears the brunt of my father's violent moods and malicious abuse. Oh, nice. I know that there was a warning about that right at the beginning. When I was younger, she used to protect me from him, so I didn't hate her back then, but maybe I do hate her now. Even as my father screams in her face, throws balls at her and sends her out for alcohol late at night, she remains ever loyal to him. I just cannot, will not, accept her way of life. Yeah, I'm going to read all of these, by the way, as we go, so if you're not into that. Oh well. Shimizu Kanta, my father. When I first learned of the term patriarchal husband, and that it meant a man who does nothing but boss his wife around, he was the first person to come to mind. Dad barely talks. He ignores me when I tell him good morning, but if I say nothing, he gets angry instead. What is good morning in Japanese? Konnichiwa is hello. I don't know good morning. And once he's angry, he just explodes. He loses all control over his emotions in the blink of an eye. He yells at Mum, throws things around, and even hits us. Why can't he act like that in public? Why does everyone else get to see his quiet, calm side? Because that's what abusive people are like. If it meant that I wouldn't have to spend another second with him in that house, I'd happily let myself be taken away. Junko. Kinota Junko, my older sister. She's one of the prettiest and kindest people I know, and there's nothing she can't do. I can rely on her for anything. Honestly, she's the greatest sister anyone could ask for. She's always been there for me, ever since the day I was born. Until she left to get married. Yeah, like I said, my voice, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm, oh wow, screen sharing. I have VSync switched on, right? No, I didn't. Oh, I thought I turned it, oh. Can be changed while in full screen mode. What's Panini projection? Oh, I'm not in Ultram. You know, I'm going to change that. Be right back. And it crashed when I changed to full screen, so we're off to a great start. Yeah, I tried changing it, and I had to leave it in full screen for it to count. If you go to borderless or windowed mode, you can't turn VSync on, so full screen it is then, I guess. It's been a while since I've had to play a game in full screen. I much prefer borderless. So it lets me use the Windows key, and it's a lot better at alt-tabbing and stuff. So, can I stop running after I've started? Doesn't look that way. I have to let go of the button. Always turn left, I say. Is there a map? There is. Head down the mountain. Well, I'm going to go up the mountain because I want to go up the mountain. What's that? That's equipment. Do I have any equipments? Omamori, not holding anything. Items, no. Didn't get any items for getting the digital deluxe. Yeah, I got the digital deluxe. quite like me some Silent Hill, so I splashed out for the digital deluxe, playing this a little bit earlier than some people, not earlier than everybody. I know several people that have gotten it. Article Serious Issues in Ebisugoko, April 21st, Showa 20, 1945, Evening Edition. The onsen geyser that suddenly started spewing water on the 3rd of this month in Iwashimizu, Ibisagoka of Yamabe district finally came to a stop early this morning. Yeah, my Japanese isn't amazing. I know little bits. Like, very little bits. The geyser reached a height of at least 30 metres, but the ceaseless noise and pungent hydrogen sulfide gas have left residents troubled. 3 individuals have been hospitalised with complaints of skin sores and other maladies they claim were caused by the gas. In addition, strong concentrations of arsenic have been detected in the geyser's water, 20 milligrams per litre. That's 20 parts per million then, right? Many residents have concerns about future environmental issues that this might lead to. Looks like it's a dead end. Sense makes. Ah, there's a sign there. Entry to mountain prohibited. Oh. Fungus. I know that features quite prominently from what I've seen of the trailer. I don't watch many trailers these days, so I don't know a huge amount about it. In fact, I knew so little about it that for a while I thought that the Sakura Blossom Women's was in this, but it turns out she's in the short message. That's a shame. No, I'm not going to call her fucking Sakura Head. Bleeding Silent Hill fan base. They suck Silent Hill 2's dick like it's sucking its own ass. I mean, it's a great game, don't get me wrong. I do like the game, but, you know, it's not the be-all, end-all of existence. Can I change my costume? Looks like I can't. It didn't give me the option when I was starting. Change game settings, maybe? Audio controls, language. No, it doesn't look like I can. Ah, that sucks. Oh well. Guess I'm playing as the standard then. I'll live. There are people saying that the new game plus has more to it than just an extra ending. So, might end up playing it again. Maybe even recording it again if it really does. Local doctors note there have been sightings of foxes coming into town recently. I'm sure that the older generations who have grown up learning to respect foxes are fine, but I'm concerned for any children who may try and chase or provoke the creatures. We get foxes around here sometimes. Foxes by nature are not aggressive, but just like wild dogs, they carry diseases such as rabies, tetanus, and echinococcosis, to name just a few. The town committee should send out warnings to ensure people don't get unnecessarily close to them. Yeah, we get foxes around here sometimes, and if you've ever heard a fox scream, particularly the females, it can sound like a woman being murdered. I once heard a fox, but because it had been so long, something on my controller. Since it had been so long since I'd heard them, I got really concerned and phoned the police. After sitting and thinking about it a little while, I was like, no, it was just a fox. But yeah, if you've never heard one, they're really disturbing. Is there anything down there? Don't see anything. Items do seem to glow. Well, they have that little pop-up on them when you get near them. So, but there could be stuff hidden. Nice looking game. I know that people are quite pleased that it's an Unreal 5 game that doesn't roll like arse. I think the reason for that is because they have people that, you know, actually know how to program a game correctly. Because a lot of the people who use Unreal 5, from what I hear, I'm not a game developer, so take this all with a pinch of salt, is that they just don't optimize correctly. Will you? Oh, exploration. Use A when in front of a Hakora to see a list of things you can do. You can save your progress by going to record. You might come across valuable items and information while exploring. Use Start and go to the collectibles page to view which key items and documents you currently have. Anything new in there? Oh, it's because yeah. Let's get rid of the thingy bobs then, so it doesn't have any. It's because game crash. What's down here first? Doesn't look like I can get down there. No, don't look like I can get in there. How tall is she then? What's the average height of a door in Japan? In the UK it's 6'6". I'm not sure what it is in Japan. Is she right flush with it? I don't know, that looks pretty big to me. Either that or she's, when she says she's tall for her age, she's still only like 5 feet. But that looks like more than 6'6" to me. Because I can change costume. Okay, fair enough. Good to know. First save, might as well. It's right there. Might as well. Anyway, I was trying to say, I've been ill recently. I'm still ill right now, in fact. I haven't been properly ill for some time, actually. It's the first time drinking at this time of day. It's the first time I've been ill like this in a couple of years. A woman is only complete when she's loved, featuring the latest fashion for young women so pure they even make flowers blush. I see. I was talking about this just recently that, you know, every time I've been ill recently, it's always been a little minor thing that's only lasted for like a day, and then I've gotten over it. Now, ugh, be careful what you wish for, I guess. I mean, I didn't really wish to be ill, but in a way it's kind of nostalgic to be ill for a change, rather than just a little bit of grottiness that goes away after a sleep. But that does lead back to there, doesn't it? Oh, there's a path up here, though. Anybody who's never been here before, which probably isn't many because I don't get many views, the fox god's enshrined all over the place. Cool. Anybody who's never been here before, I am one of those people who likes to look around all over the place. Inari-sama. Inari is fox, isn't it? Ebisugaoka is... Ebisugaoka? Gaoka? Ebisugaoka, I'm going to go with that. It's mostly composed of Inari-sama's believers. There are statues of Inari-sama all over town. My elderly neighbours treat them with great respect and worship them. Inari-sama, also referred to as Oinari-sama, is a goddess that puts old, unusable tools to rest. They are known for their offerings preference of abura age, tofu pierced through with an old needle. Seems like other towns don't have these customs, though. I'm guessing they might be something special only we do for Inari-sama here in Ebisugaoka. They call... is there a thing? Ah, yeah, of course. What about these? I go straight to items, okay. No first-person view? Doesn't seem to be. One of the... There, X. No, I don't like there's a first-person view. Unless... Hold... No. I want to get a close look at it. Anyway, Inari is what Futaba calls the protagonist in Persona 5. No, not the protagonist. Oh. I'll have a look in there in a moment. The artist guy, because he has a fox mask. Yeah, quite like Persona 5. I'm playing Persona 4 at the moment. Persona 4 Golden on Game Pass. Rather enjoying that. Just finished Risei's dungeon. Took me a while to do it because it started getting to be a bit of a ball ache. So I kept coming across enemies that forced me to use SP, and I kept trying to get SP back and then having to spend more. So, oh, fair enough, can't open it. So I kept going back to previous dungeons where I could easily just kill the enemies by spamming the A button or the action button, and doing that until I got like rewards and stuff. Yeah, I'm not going to read out the subtitles, by the way. You can read them yourself.